Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Prescription or Travel MD podcast with me, Dr. Courtney Downes. Before we dive into today's episode, I did want to acknowledge that, this conversation that we're going to have about Mexico City was recorded prior to the recent events that are making headlines, in regards to the death of a high level member of the cartel, if you haven't heard, and all of the events surrounding it. And I'm sure by the time this actually airs, there'll be new information that's been released as things are constantly changing, right? That's life. And as with many destinations around the world, including cities here in the United States, there are often evolving safety situations that are happening in specific regions at any given time. So I think travel always requires that awareness, context, and personal responsibility. So when I evaluate whether a destination feels appropriate for myself or for my family, there are several things that I'll actually look at. I think this goes beyond the, do not visit list or the doomsday text messages and headlines from, well-meaning friends and family, which could have made me miss out on many of the places that I've actually traveled to already. So, am I flying to a place that's actively at war? Highly unlikely. But will I miss out on visiting amazing places that are, overall safe? Definitely not. So I've visited Mexico several times. I've never had any issues. And this is not to discount anyone else's experience that was opposite to this, okay? So I recognize that things can and will and have happened. And sometimes this can be very scarring. And sometimes this even ends in tragedy. So you're not going to catch me driving across the country without a local or someone, who knows the lay of the land. That's just me. But will I swear off a whole country because of, the negative experiences that have taken place there in a place that is, again, relatively safe? Probably not. So I work in Vegas. I've seen some things just on the Las Vegas Strip or around town, places not on the Strip. So I believe that bad things can happen anywhere. And I take the precautions that I can. I pray about it and I move. So that's the first thing. Second, I think it's important to remember that countries, again, are not monoliths. So conditions can vary dramatically by the region, and headlines are often going to focus on areas that are far removed from where visitors are typically going to stay. And it's just something that I feel is important to acknowledge. And just know that, no destination is ever risk free, but the goal isn't zero risk, it's informed decision making. And, those kind of things are worth paying attention to for sure. Safety first. But the decision to go somewhere isn't just about personal risk where you are, it's about the bigger context around you that can also affect your ability to get back home safely and on time. For example, the recent situations in the Caribbean where, airspace was temporarily restricted due to military activity, and then travelers were left stranded or delayed because flights couldn't operate normally. And that's not unique to crisis zones. A major weather event or a big snowstorm, airport closures, all these things can interrupt travel plans and just make getting back harder or slower. And so one of the guests on this episode was actually stuck in Miami just a few weeks ago and told that, the next flight would get her home several days later. She's a surgeon. She doesn't have several days. So she had to finagle a way to get back. So yeah, there's all sorts of things to take into consideration in addition to safety. So when I'm assessing a destination, things that I'll typically look at, what's the travel advisory? So yes, check the U.S. State Department travel advisories. See if there are official warnings or safety notes for specific regions of that country, and let that sort of guide your decisions. Are the transport routes stable? So look at airline operations and, regional aviation advisories, local infrastructure, because, violence or blockades or disruptions on the ground can lead to flight delays or cancellations. What are the local conditions near airports and connections? So even if a city center is fine, conditions on the highways or train links or, at connecting hubs can also affect your trip home. So those are things that you just have to think about. One practical tool that you can use is the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. So it's a free U.S. Department of State service. It will send you like real-time alerts and, help the embassy contact you in case of an emergency. Safety is about informed planning, not fear. That means looking at your local advisories, your trusted local resources, the specific neighborhoods you plan to visit, having boots on the ground. Are there people there who you trust, who can tell you what's going on there at the time? We have friends who are living in Mexico City, some of the surrounding areas. So I look to them for guidance in making my final decision, especially since I was considering taking a solo trip there. Turned out to be an amazing girls trip weekend, one I know that I'll look back on fondly for years to come. And so in this episode, we're sharing our personal experience in Mexico City, what we loved, what we learned, how we approached safety while we were there. And as always, I encourage you to do your own research, assess your comfort level, and make the best decision for you and your family. Travel can be really beautiful and meaningful and safe when it's done thoughtfully. So let's get into the episode. So welcome back to the Prescription to Travel MD podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Courtney Downes, and we're doing things a little bit differently today. So I'm just returning from a trip to Mexico City that we took together a few weeks ago. So we're live in the studio if you're listening online. It was such a memorable trip, and I thought, what better way to memorialize it than to actually record an episode about all the amazing things that we saw and did in Mexico City and why you should go. So here today in the studio, I have Dr. Heather Bacala. You may remember her from episode 45, which we did. If you recall, she is amazing at turning vacation lemons into sparkling lemonade. And she's a great person to have along for the ride. I also have with me Andi Singer, who is nurse practitioner extraordinaire, owner of the Pediatric Collective, delivering excellent pediatric care here in the Las Vegas Valley now, and also delivering burritos to our recording session. So excited to talk with them today and just kind of give you a recap of what it was like for us, going to Mexico City. Some of us for the first time. Andi actually lived in Mexico City for a little while, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But for both myself and Heather, it was our first time going to Mexico City. Quite an adventure, but a good one. And I think it's definitely a place that should be on your list of places to go. And so I really wanted to come back and talk a little bit about that, and also about what happens when the girls trip finally leaves the group chat, because a lot of times it doesn't. And so I actually planned the trip for myself and for my mom initially as a birthday gift, and then my mom ended up having surgery. She's doing well now, but at the time I knew that it wasn't going to happen. And so I contemplated not going at all. And then, I reached out to Heather and Andi, and they said yes. And so this is what happens when someone says yes with intention, and you create these unforgettable moments. So without further ado, welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yes.
This is going to be so fun.
Yes.
It's already fun.
It is fun. I'm back in Mexico City now.
No, I know it's bringing back all the memories.
So we didn't actually make it back to Mexico City yet, but, we talked about it. And so we decided we were going to have like burritos and churros and margaritas. Thanks, Andi, to kind of commemorate our experience and, share a little bit about Mexico City. So I know for me, tacos was like a highlight of my list. And we did a taco bike tour and, all these things. What were some of like your most memorable moments from the trip?
I mean, I would agree. I would also say the tacos. I didn't disclose this prior to our trip, but I don't like Mexican food. And so my husband was like, "Why are you going to Mexico City? You don't even eat Mexican food besides margaritas." But Mexican food is actually very delicious. I guess I just don't like United States Mexican food is what I've discovered. I do like Taco Bell, so I mean that is my caveat.
It's a good one.
Yeah, not quite Mexican, but it is a taco.
The taco's a taco. Well, not really. And Mexico's City
no.
are so good. They're so good.
Tacos were so good.
You know what? I think the experience, we did the taco tour, which was like a daytime tour. And then we also had like 2 nights of 2 a.m. tacos.
Yeah.
And those were so special. I don't know. They tasted different.
Yeah, the 2
in a
tacos.
best way.
They hit a different way.
They really do.
I know.
And with our friends too.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
Well, I think the first place we went to, I kept saying, I'm going to go back and look at the sign so I can remember where it was. I know it was like a green and white sign, and they were the best tacos that I had. And I think we went out to dinner that night, and I had mole for the first time.
Yeah.
I was not impressed, and I'd been warned.
You love it or you hate it.
You love it or you hate it. And I think if it hadn't been so much like chocolate everywhere, probably would have been fine. But, it was an experience, and if I was going to try mole, I might as well try it in Mexico City, right?
Mhm.
So yeah. But afterwards, we went out and had tacos, and that was great. So, yes.
Yep. So good. Yeah. The tacos Orinoco's. Tacos Orinoco's.
Is that
That was not the green and white, but it was the red and white. And when we went out after that one was the cocktail taco.
Okay,
Yeah, all were delicious though.
Yeah, well, they're
not
not
a bad taco.
But I think it was something about the tortilla that I had there that night. And maybe because I was extra hungry and I was really forced to having tacos.
That was the carne asada.
That's when I blue tortillas. I don't remember we had a street.
Yeah.
Ladies made blue tortillas and cut them into pieces, and I've dreamed of them ever since.
So yeah, she turned them into chips. Yeah, they were those
So
chips.
good.
So good.
Yeah, so we ended up on actually doing a taco bike riding tour, which we went. So we did a bar crawl one night, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But we booked this taco tour that night after the bar crawl.
At the 2 a.m. tacos.
Yeah. Heather's like, let's do it. If Heather says let's do it, it's done, just know that you're going. There's no you're not going. So we booked this bike riding tour, which actually turned out to be quite an adventure for us. And it was cold that day. But I'm still glad that everyone showed up. We booked it for like our friends that we met the night before, and everyone showed up. And
It was fun at 2 a.m. I didn't think anybody was actually gonna like show up the next day.
You showed up. I'm so
We all showed up
happy.
in the cold, a little hungover.
Yes.
but we got a chance to tour Mexico City on bikes, and so we visited a couple of different neighborhoods. One of the neighborhoods was where you used to live.
Yeah, we did Condesa and Roma Norte, which are just really great neighborhoods to stay in anyway. It was nice. The only thing I would have changed though is if we were to go back, do like the bike tour sooner. That way you can kind of like get your lay of the land.
Oh,
And because we would pass by
Yeah,
things or like
right.
by parks. I'm like, man, I want to go in there.
yeah.
So maybe doing the tour earlier, but man, it was a great 2 a.m. decision.
I-
So I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree. I do think like a bike tour, I was telling like my family when I came back, I'm like, we should just do a bike tour and you get to like a new city because you see it so differently. Because we
Yeah.
had been driving around the city like in Ubers or like
Yeah.
short little walks, but like I hadn't really placed where everything was
Mhm.
or like found the churro place,
Yeah.
which is also like a really good highlight of the bike tour.
Mhm.
So I agree. I felt like it really, and you just like you live it differently. Like you smell the smells and you hear the people. Like when you're in a car driving through it, it's so different.
It's not the same at all.
No, it is so beautiful. Like I felt like we were in Spain. It was amazing.
It does. It feels very European.
Yeah.
Mexico
I
City.
was shocked. Like
Yeah.
all the plants and the trees and the parks.
Yep.
And like the people are so nice.
Yeah.
Like so nice.
Yeah, our bike tour guide was like amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Eveluna. She was.
So did you book the tour through like Viator or?
And through Viator. Yes, of course I did through Viator.
Did you
Because
book
I almost through Rakuten.
Okay, good. Next one.
At 2 a.m. you were on it. Even all the tequila and Courtney was like, stop. Stop.
Did I tell you right?
Yes, you did. You made me stop. I was like in the cart of Viator and you were like,
Brain.
get out of Viator, go. And you like went to the app on me and you like found the same tour for the same price. And then I got all the points.
Got the points.
Yeah. And then everyone Venmoed me. So I got all the points.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yes. Sorry. Let's go. Even tequila Courtney is on top of it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, well, you got to make it count, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so if you're booking a tour, Mexico or anywhere else, go through Rakuten first, then check Viator and, get your points. So you get your points on your card for just swiping your card and, whatever credit card you're using. And then you get points through Rakuten, which you can transfer to American Express or Bilt. And then you go on an amazing tour and you get an amazing tour guide who like stops to help old ladies cross the street.
She was life changing.
Yeah.
Like I had an epiphany that day.
I really did too.
Really.
Like the next day I was a little sour. Not the next day, like the next day when we got home.
Yeah.
I was like a little sour just because we're like home, not eating tacos and living like normal life. And then, there was like a moment I was really cranky. And I'm like, I'm going to be like Eva Luna.
Yeah.
And I was going to be happy and grateful.
Yeah.
She would just love life and say hello to everyone.
And she would.
And with genuine attention.
And help someone along the way.
Yes.
So shout out to Ava Luna.
I know.
Yeah. It was more than a bike tour. I think we were all there like, man, like she just seems like such a good person. And she showed up and she's just like, I didn't expect to have, work today. And you guys booked it at 2 a.m. And
Yeah, the whole crew showed up. She was like, I didn't know I was working today, but
here I am, and she was definitely, I think she even said, I'm a hustler, I just do what I can to make things work. And I'm glad we were able to support her. Also that she was there to kind of give us that experience of seeing Mexico City and just seeing what it's like to be just like this really good person. And also eating tacos because that's important, right?
Yeah. Okay, I feel like we should explain what she did.
Okay.
What was
Yes.
that action that she did that was like,
But I feel like it was even
she-
before that. Because remember, we were
What?
at the taco restaurant. I'm like, have you guys noticed? Like, just watch her. And remember, we were just eating our tacos, like watching her.
Yeah.
Because every person she would cross, like with intention, like she would come up to them, she
Mhm.
would embrace them, she would have a genuine conversation with them, whether it was like the taco guy she knew, all the owners, but like
Yeah.
the random children that were in line with in front of her.
Yeah.
Like it was just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
And then
And then the tour stops. We get that signal, that bike signal. And we're like, what's happening? So we all pull over.
there's like 12 of us on bikes.
Yeah.
It's like a whole line of us.
We're like, what's going on?
Yep. Like it's kind of a lot to stop 12 people. And she gets off her bike and there's this old lady trying to cross the street.
Like old, like up old, like little.
90s.
Yeah.
I know.
Like the picture of old.
by
She was
herself.
a lady.
And
65 pounds probably.
yeah, just
Yeah.
a tiny lady
Yeah.
trying to cross the street. And she gets off her bike, stops the whole tour, helps her across, says something to her, like embraces her, hugs her, kisses her, and then like comes back. And we're all just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you guys. Like I saw her, but I was on the tour and I thought it like, dang.
That's a busy road.
Yeah.
She makes
I know, right? But I don't
one
stop.
stops. Like,
No.
you don't stop. Like,
Yeah.
I know myself. Like, I wouldn't, not that I'd like, I just wouldn't have thought to like, oh, I'd be like, okay, well, she's gonna get across the road. Like, she'll
Yeah.
be fine. Like, everyone else is gonna stop. But she's that person who decides, I'm gonna take action and I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna make sure she gets across safely. And
Yeah.
it was just like, you don't see that. You
And I feel like the way she
Yeah.
did it, like she didn't make her feel like she was a burden. Like
Yeah.
she like,
Dude,
yeah, like
yeah.
you said, she just like embraced her and had like a full conversation with her about how her day was and how things were going. And just like it was her grandmother. It was
Yeah.
like the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
I know.
You guys are gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
So this is life changing.
I feel like everyone in Mexico City though was just like, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like just so
Everyone-
lovely.
Everyone's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yep. So do your bike tour at the Ava Luna.
Mhm.
Yes.
We'll have to find her so that we can link her.
Yeah, we should link her.
Yes. But we also, so the night before we did a bar crawl. It was like a cocktail tasting, like bar crawl. So we got a chance
It's
to
very fun.
visit like a couple of different speakeasies in the city. Also booked through Viator. And Mauricio was our tour guide. And so that was really cool. And we got a chance to meet some people who were traveling solo, which is, something that comes up often. You're like, is it safe for me to go and travel by myself? Yeah, there were people there who were by themselves who were traveling and visiting the city. And it was safe and it was fun. And, we went out and we had a good time. Do you remember the speakeasies that we went to?
Oh, okay. Shaman or something. And so Xaman. Loved that one. That was the one that had the Palo Santo that that you walk in, it's really smoky. And they had the fish bowls
They had the fish bowls.
from the ceiling.
Fish bowl wasn't that good.
Fish bowl wasn't that
It
good,
was
but
very good.
Visually, it was very beautiful.
Yeah, but
it was.
Taste wise, not so much.
Heather picked the best drinks like every time we went somewhere. So yeah.
I also just followed the guide. I was like, he said that one, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
What else? Mezcal was our first stop.
Actually, I really like my hidden mezcal.
Yes,
Yeah.
that place was cool.
Yeah, I think
In
that's
a hotel.
my favorite.
Yeah.
In a hotel in Polanco. Super, you just wouldn't have found it. And even if you did find it, you'd be like, it looks.
Yeah, you wouldn't stop.
Yeah,
The drinks were fabulous.
The drinks were fabulous.
Easy.
The bar was really pretty. So
Yeah.
it was a nice vibe.
We need to somehow put pictures in this. Can you flash some videos?
I know, we'll have to figure it out. Yeah.
They could just taste the drinks.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I know I had a drink that it was made from peanuts or something. And I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. And yours was made from chocolate. And you're like,
Yeah, chocolate and banana.
Banana.
It didn't taste like that.
No, yeah, they were all clarified. They're all clear
Yeah.
drinks.
It was very delicious.
Man, it was so good. What was our second stop? I don't remember.
A Japanese place
Ooh.
through
that-
the vending machine.
Yes, that was super speakeasy.
Yeah,
That was,
very cool.
I forget the Kaito?
Kaito.
Something?
Yes. And that was actually one that's an all female owned
Yes.
bar. And so yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I found that out later, but yeah.
I did like that one.
Amazing. And then what was the last? Where did we end? Oh, Handshake.
It was the number
one
Yeah.
bar in the world.
Yeah. So
Where y'all ate crickets and I
Where we
ate.
So shout out to one of my nurse friends, Jalitza, who actually arranged for me she didn't arrange for me, but she made sure that I went to Handshake Bar. She's like, you actually absolutely have to go to Handshake Bar. So she's like, you find a tour, and when you find the tour, you make sure you email them and ask them if they go to Handshake Bar. And so we got to go to Handshake Bar. Yeah, it was a really cool experience.
Yeah, that's cool. Apparently a hard reservation to get too.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
Yeah.
And it's cool to say, okay, I went to the number one bar in the world.
The number one bar in the world. I think they were number 2 this year.
Oh yeah, number 2. All right.
And honestly, on the list, they were delicious, but I don't know if it was my favorite.
What was your favorite?
My favorite drink, I think, was probably mezcal.
Okay.
At the
Yeah.
mezcal bar.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
What was your favorite experience though?
Kind of like the smoky, underground.
Yes.
The third one.
For me, it was the Japanese one.
That was
Really
cool.
wishy.
The vending machine.
And I was like, this place is so
They had food in there.
cool.
Oh, that's true. I
Yeah.
did like the
So,
food.
I was
Stuff
like,
was
it's just
Yeah.
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 So, but I think
What about you?
just the whole I think so.
So
I think the smoky going through the vending machine, speakeasy was
Yeah.
I was really
Yeah, they're all places I would not have found from the street.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So highly recommended tour.
And then I think like you said, the best thing was all the people that we met. So, I mean, at the time they were named New York,
I know we named them where they were from.
but it was really cool. Everyone, Miami.
Yes, Miami. Miami was,
They were
they were fun.
Yeah.
They came with us to the taco tour.
Yeah. And then we all, so after we all had tacos at 2 a.m. because that's when then the tour ended.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the tour guide, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
He really knew, he knew tons about Vegas, which he knew more about Vegas spots than I knew about Vegas.
Yes, yeah. Shout out to Mauricio.
Yeah.
And I have a free Instagram now, and so I always see him going to all these taco places and tasting tours, and I'm just oh, I have to go back.
Yeah.
Yes. So he invited us out the next night, and we had a chance to go visit a couple of other places, and we got to do a cocktail making class, and so we made margaritas and
Avocado cocktail.
avocado cocktails. Yeah. on the espresso
Somebody-
cocktail.
Oh, the espresso.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, so that was fun, and we got to meet some more new people. So yeah, and I think we had dinner reservations that night, and just ultimately decided like the restaurant will be there, but let's just seize the moment and
Yeah.
take this opportunity to go. So that was our nightlife in Mexico City, which was fun.
Great nightlife.
Yeah,
I know.
and
For
felt-
some moms, we
I know.
really lifted up.
We did. We were
We
living
were
our best life.
late.
For 2 a.m. tacos.
Yes, and some of us slept up at 8 a.m. the next day. Every morning.
I know,
I just very little sleep on this Mexico tour.
but we have like 3 nights, so
It was packed.
2 days.
Jam-packed.
Like we can't. But then Heather tried to
No naps.
the place where they have like the hot springs.
Oh, I was gonna try to do like.
Full and Tongo.
Yeah.
And I was gonna plan the hot outside in the morning.
So maybe we can go and do the hot air balloon ride and see the pyramids before we got to the airport. I'm like, I don't think so. But she's like, well, maybe.
Are you rolling? You reeled me in. I am almost booked it.
I'm pretty sure you would have.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, like, initially when we got there, like I made dinner reservations, and our dinner reservations we ended up having to cancel because
Oh, we got
it
it.
took us so long to get.
It's kind of hard to find the Uber.
And it was like an hour and a half to get to the hotel. And then when we went back, we planned to leave all early. It took us 16 minutes to get to the airport.
It was crazy.
So yeah, so traffic in Mexico City is very fluid.
Getting from the lounge to the gate, on the other hand,
Ooh.
we should plan.
There was a lesson learned in that experience, which was
Right about that.
go peek at your gate.
Get your gate.
Go peek at your gate. That was
He does recommend that.
Yeah.
I'm the peek at your gate person. Like my sister always jokes to me, it's like we're gonna walk to the gate. The gate's like right there. And so this time I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna walk to the gate. We're like, not too far from it. The lady at the counter, she's
Yes, right now. Lady said it's right down the
it's
hall.
right there. So, I scheduled, we went to the lounge. We went to I think it was the Grand Lounge, which was supposed to be like the #1 rated priority pass lounge in Mexico City or in the North America.
It's rated.
Highly rated.
Yeah.
We went
Maybe on
there.
our list.
I felt like we got kind of catfish.
You're a little cafe.
It was cool. Like when you walk in, you're like, oh, this is what the picture looks like. But then you get in there and it looks just like a regular priority pass lounge. The food, we had chilaquiles. They were, yeah. And I got the massage. There's this list of things that you have access to, but you have to know that this list exists because there's nowhere there's like no billboard, or they don't hand you a menu saying, hey, you can go get this foot massage, or you can go and have this mezcal tasting tour. Like no one tells you.
Yeah, they don't advertise us.
Yeah, so I was excited because I'm like, okay, I'm going to visit this lounge. There's an Amex Centurion lounge. We're going to skip that. We're going to go to this one because this is like highly rated. But I did have a really good foot massage. It was my good 20 minutes, and I'm sorry you guys didn't get a chance to do the same.
I thought you did one.
I went for 7.
Yeah.
It was great.
I thought you liked surface.
Yes, that was it's great.
Really
That was
nice.
great.
7 minutes.
But she didn't tell us that like our gate that we'd have to like be escorted back out to like,
Yeah.
outside of the yeah. So
Wild.
checked in. We had plenty of time because obviously again we got there
Security.
yeah extra early. Went through security. We had to go. We were standing in the wrong line because we thought that was the flight to get back to Vegas, and then ended up in the right line.
Sorry, guys.
That's it.
Airline. You said Vegas. It's a totally different airline.
And if they tell you, and if you get to Spanish, they're like, yeah. So you just go.
I was like, Vegas?
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. So
Wrong airline.
we did eventually find the right airline, but the line we had to stand in line again. And by that time we're like, okay,
Already boarding. Our latest boarding, yeah.
and someone escorted us outside of the check-in area, back out to like Gin Pop, and then back up an escalator, which we almost had a collision on, back through another check-in. And so by the time, and we paid extra for like early boarding, and so we could like not have to check our bags. And by the time we made it there, like they were on like boarding group 4, but it all worked out okay. And
We got a little
Here we are.
creative with our bags and then overhead.
yeah.
We got some looks, but I just smiled.
And Andy powered through and made sure we put our bags before everyone.
Yeah. I was like the epitome of that person that we all hate on the plane, the first person to stand because our bags were behind us.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's just no way I'm going to fight through this crowd, like get through it. And so I was that cringe person, got up immediately. And then I got one talking to from one passenger. I was like, but trying to be nice. I'm like, I'm so sorry. We're up there just trying to grab it and like get up there for me and my friend. And he's like, well, we're all going to the same place.
Like, yeah, but we're going before you.
I know.
But in all honesty, we were in the front of the plane, so we were just trying to get our bags before everyone tried to.
Yeah. It's like an impossible
Yeah.
fight.
Otherwise, you'd have to wait till the very last.
The end. Yeah. It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah. So it all worked out.
You sure did. We all made it back.
Yeah. I don't ever see that guy again.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. He's a chiller, and he made it off the plane. 5 minutes later, he's cool. Yeah. So, what were some of the things that you didn't enjoy about being in Mexico City? Were there anything?
Oh my God, I don't think there was anything.
I know I can't.
Maybe the fact that I didn't find the churros sooner.
Yeah.
The churros.
That was not
Yeah.
until the end of the trip that we found the churro place.
Or that we just didn't have longer to
It was
more
just
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will say it is a good weekend trip,
Yep.
just knowing like you're going to go back.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think it was just so easily accessible, especially from Las Vegas. Like, it's such a short direct flight. Like, and I don't know, with kids, I feel like it's hard to leave them for like long periods of time. So for like 2 days, I don't
2 days is
that's-
nothing.
they're fine. They're okay.
Yeah.
We can go and have a guilt-free time.
Yeah.
And then we just get to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
Yeah. What do you think? Was there something you...
I agree. I think it was just not enough time. Like,
How about the Rat River?
Wait a second, though.
Oh,
Let's talk about that.
I'm disappointed with the Rat. I will say the one thing I did not like was the corn.
the corn was disappointing.
I was really looking forward to that.
I would do it again because I feel like if we hadn't done it, then like we wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah. That was my first time doing it.
Yeah.
What is it?
And we should have done it with our friends on the party bus.
Xochimilco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an experience in itself.
Yeah, so
It really is.
Xochimilco, you get there and there are a bunch of boats that like the colorful boats you've probably seen them on Instagram and you
Very Instagram.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is. And it was very picturesque and we got some really nice pictures and it's colorful and it's pretty. But you are floating in a canal with a bunch of other boats and there are a lot of people trying to sell you things and there was a dead rat that was floating in the river. So yeah, but it's the home of the
axolotl.
Oh yeah, so if your kids are into axolotls, you won't see them.
We won't see one at all.
There was a museum you could pull off.
Allegedly, they live under the water.
Yeah,
We didn't go to
yeah, but there's like a preserve or something because I think the conditions of like the canals now are not such that they survive there. So that's where they're from, and they have like a preserve where they.
That would make sense. The conditions of the canal were not ideal.
And they weren't.
I did love it. I did feel like it was really cute how they like pulled up and they had all the food options. Know that you can negotiate the prices.
Yeah,
Because the first margarita lady really tried to screw us.
$17
for margarita.
for a margarita. 17 American dollars.
Yeah.
Was the calculation.
We're like, how much?
Pesos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we took her away and then we got buttermilk.
That's Vegas price.
Down the river. We decided we're down the river a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But remember, like Washington, D.C., they said they went on the same tour that day, but they were like on the party.
Right.
You were on the party boat.
So like I would recommend the party boat. Like their
Yeah.
tour guide, I think they had a tour guide, right? Because that's what they said, the tour guide. Like brought games and they
Yeah.
played games
Yeah.
and they drink heavily.
Yeah.
And then they got all the
I
food.
think if you book through like
Like a Viator.
something
Yeah.
tour instead of like, so we just took an Uber down there and
And then we just like negotiate.
yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Just got on a boat.
And we got
On a boat. And then we got a 2-hour boat ride, but we didn't stay on there for 2 hours. So we took the boat ride and then we got off at the next stop and we just went on our way. But so yeah, if you are gonna go to Xochimilco, I would recommend that you book a tour via Viator or District Guide or some of those sites so that way you get the group experience and you'll probably get better food. But yeah, but it was fun. It was an experience. So yeah, that was cool. It was fun.
You know, I heard you can BYOB on those boats.
Oh.
So you can actually like show up with your own stuff
Oh,
and just
cool.
drink it on the boat.
Yeah.
Bring your own tacos too, probably.
Yeah. So all set.
Yeah.
Some better tacos.
There's like a little boat that's trailing behind you and they're cooking the food there for you.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
cute.
cool.
I do
Like,
feel like that
always
was really
seen
that was
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. And a friend of mine actually mentioned that there is another side of the Xochimilco that you can visit where you'll actually get a more like traditional experience and they have like cooking classes and things like that. So yeah, so you get
Gosh.
less like touristy perspective. So
Yeah.
there's something to look into if you are interested in going. You can see the boats and then maybe go do something that's more like authentic.
That would be
Yeah.
very cool. I would recommend not like looking at how they're preparing the food or what they're washing the dishes on.
Just don't think
Yeah.
about it.
Because we did that and then Courtney got very upset. But I don't think any of us got sick, actually.
I
trip, I was fine.
Yeah, but I've been losing a lot of weight, so I don't know if like I'm like maybe I'm really I need like something protecting or
Sometimes we need a good clean out on vacation.
No clothes.
Need.
The river.
yeah. So we survived. We did okay. I came back and my kids were like hand sanitizer. And I'm like, yeah, you're fine.
They just washed my dish in a big bucket of
Just dipped it.
sewage.
It really wasn't that bad, but
No.
I just maybe who knows? Like I went to the bathroom and I paid 10 pesos to use the bathroom, and like it's a it was a toilet, but they had to flush the toilet with a bucket of water, and like they got to scoop the bucket of water for me to wash my hands. So I probably was better off like not washing my hands, but like I said it was an experience. I don't know how I feel like it's an experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Immersion.
Immersion.
We were immersed.
We immersed. We
And
immersed.
we embraced it. You don't really care. Yeah, fine.
It was a good time. Like it was a good time because like I was kind of on the fence about like the boat anyway because I was like, no, but it was fine. Like
I know. I'm glad we did it.
I'm glad.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. We didn't do Lucha Libre, which everyone always.
Oh,
Next time.
So yeah, so
Next time.
that's on our list.
Wait, Eva Luna does a Lucha Libre tour. She leads us.
She said
So
we
to
should
go
go back.
Yeah, so I would go
strictly
back.
for her.
And Kanye was there and we missed that because everyone asked me about
Everyone
the
was
Kanye.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but Kanye's tickets were like super expensive. I'm like, if I go out of the country and I get tickets, I'm expected to get like a good deal. So like,
Like you did with Beyonce.
yeah, like I don't want to
Save money.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not paying U.S. prices to see Kanye. But
Plus, we did so many other fun things.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. The castle.
Oh my gosh, I love that place.
It was fun.
That's where I got arrested 3 times. Okay, that's dramatic, but I got a good talking to.
Yep, several times.
So what happened?
Several times.
What happened to the castle?
Just okay, silly thing. So no selfie sticks, but I wasn't like being rude about it. Like holding, I love a good tripod so we could all 3 get in the pic.
Yeah. For sure.
So they caught me, and then I chewed gum. You can't chew gum there.
Can't you go?
Yeah, I missed all these like warnings.
I know.
Until you got warned.
I gotta.
But I also like that it's like the half Mexican getting in trouble. Just
Yeah, exactly.
We
I
were
know, I'm
fine.
like,
We
I
were good.
knew,
We
like,
were good.
It was her. She did.
Why are you coming after me? I'm here.
If I felt,
Are you attacking your wheel?
but it was fun. But at least everyone was nice about it. So like, yeah, at the castle, we set up a tripod because it's always hard to like take pictures of yourself, and we were like trying to get some content. And they immediately walked over and told us to take it back to the front.
Yeah.
And like, we're like, okay.
Yeah.
So
For
felt
free.
like the walk of shame.
Yeah, they do. They do. At least they didn't like take it forever. He like put it in his wherever, and then gave me a card that said, "Come back, pick it back up." So
Yeah.
not all was lost.
Yeah.
It's fine.
No one like they weren't rude about it. They
No, oh my god,
like, yeah, just hey.
so nice. But it was a funny story to tell.
Yeah. And then like 5 minutes later, she was chewing gum and she was walking in and we're like, hey, no.
Yeah, like me again. What did I do?
You're on the list.
Yeah,
That's for Andy.
it's like I feel like you hit 70 every day, but you probably don't go over it. Maybe in the summer, but it's just a very like moody, sometimes rainy, sometimes a little cold and chilly in the morning, and the clouds roll in. It's not coastal
Yeah.
Mexico at all. I mean, Mexico City is like, if you were to look on a map, which I am no geography person, but it's like down there and in the middle.
Yeah.
It's
Very high in the elevation.
and super high elevation. Yeah. So drink your water.
Yeah.
Which we did not.
Yeah.
Don't watch the videos of me climbing it though. Like,
I know. Exactly.
But you made
what's wrong with me?
it though.
The tour of old people in front of us.
Oh my god,
Killing it.
he's killing it.
They can do it. We can do it.
And then Andy did it in heels.
Yes. Did in heels for it. So,
Weather was really more like very city like.
Yeah, city.
yeah.
I think even walking through there, we all commented that it was more like being like in Spain or like
Mhm.
New York City or something very like city and not like you're in a beach town and not like
Not Cancun.
not Cancun,
Cabo.
also not Tijuana. So like don't expect that. But you go and I was pleasantly surprised because I don't think I knew like what I was getting into. I just knew I had a couple of free night certificates from Hyatt. And I was like, oh, and as in Mexico City has like, it's a category 4 hotel, so I can use these. And I've got 2 free night certificates and it's 15,000 points per night for one night there. So we went and it literally cost me 15,000 points and like 2 free night certificates to stay there.
And I mean, what were the tickets? The airline tickets? What was like 8,000 points?
Yeah.
It was like crazy on Delta.
Yeah, I think 9,000 points
9,000,
on Delta. So it was like a one-way flight for 9,000 points and like less than $100. I don't remember the cash tax to that.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
Yeah. And then we booked one-way flights back for like $200 on
Like Viva Mexico.
Yeah.
Viva. So
Yeah.
I was like,
I was actually, I mean, besides the airport debacle, like I thought the airline was fine.
I did too. Yeah. It was a very easy, like, get us there. I didn't feel like I was on Spirit. Like,
Yeah, no,
you know, yeah. And I think if you're going like nonstop, it's just yourself, not worrying about kids and, you've got one bag.
it's short.
Yeah.
Quick flight.
It was a very quick flight. And so initially I had booked an American airline flight because I booked it with points, but later went back and couldn't find that flight. And then it was also a layover in Arizona. So I'm glad that I didn't have to stop and like stay in Arizona.
Mhm.
That would have been an airline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was perfect and easy.
Yeah. So everything worked out and we were able to get on the same flight and just have like this amazing trip. So yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever you're planning a trip, like you mentioned earlier, if we have kids, we have families, we have work, we have all these things. Both of them own their own practices. So, they're busy. They're not just like sitting around twiddling their thumbs and being, the Real Housewives of Summerlin.
Like, see. And just put it out there. If you're looking, we're here.
Yeah.
We've got
Any takers?
But it's nice that even in spite of those things, you were able to pull away from that and say, you know what? Sure, I'm going to go on this trip because I was at Heather's New Year's Eve party and I was like, hey, I'm going to Mexico City. You want to go? And she's like, I don't know. I have to go to work. And And I was like,
Let me call weekend.
yeah. She's like, let me see. And then, she was able to rearrange her schedule. And then she's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to rearrange my schedule, but I booked my flight. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Like for sure. Get
A yes out of me if we can
Yeah.
do like a little 3.
Because then,
Three
for
nights.
one, you don't
Three
feel
nighters.
guilt of like, I'm leaving all these responsibilities to like,
Yeah.
our husbands and, somebody else has watched.
And logistically, like arranging things,
Yeah.
like childcare and sports drop-offs and things.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
So
Yeah. Where do you think? What do you land?
I don't know. I think we
Or what
talked,
point?
someone mentioned Colombia at some point.
Cartagena.
And so I'm like,
Brazil, but that's on a weekend.
Brazil would be nice, but yeah, I feel like you'd probably need more than a weekend.
Yeah, we do need to Brazil.
Turks and Caicos.
Carnival.
We could go to Carnival, but I feel like you need a few more days. You probably need like 5 days.
I mean, for Carnival, I think I can make it swing.
Well,
But I need a costume.
yeah. Well, they just had Trinidad Carnival this week.
Monday
Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
Oh.
So they like time it with Mardi Gras?
Yeah,
Kind of?
it's the
Okay.
same time as Mardi Gras. Yep. And so I haven't been in like at least like 7 or 8 years. And so we keep saying we're gonna go back. And then like last year I was like, oh, maybe I'll plan a group trip. But it's like a lot of effort to like coordinate like buying costumes and all those things. But I think it's definitely worth the trip if
2027.
if you're up.
2027, I'm done.
That's it. Yeah. Hey, my drink's empty.
Let's do it.
It's so hot.
We're in.
Or you may see us at Trinidad Carnival in 2027. All right.
So then where I said it.
As soon as
happening.
it says it, like that
It will
means
be
it's
happening.
So yeah.
Well, actually, it won't be booked because I will book it the week before. Yeah, it is happening.
All right. So I'll take care of the bookings. Heather will show you.
Yep.
I do no research. That's my thing that I'm great at. Just show up.
You show up and you have a good time. She's like the life of the party. So
I went through that.
Absolutely.
I'm always game for anything.
Yeah.
yeah. So
You know what's cool is like I feel like between the 3 of us, we're all like yes people. Like
Yeah.
we will
yeah.
make it work.
I feel like we balance each other well. Like we have the planner. Like I feel like you both are actually very good.
Very grateful for you.
Yes. Like and that's
And
not
my plans.
And
I'm very much the planner, and I've learned to like kind of tone it down a little bit because I am very like type A, but I also like to give people time to just be.
It's really hilarious. You're type A and you're an ER physician.
Yeah.
Type A people belong there.
I don't know, like
You belong there. You belong there. We need you there.
I'm just on my life journey right now to figure out if that's where I was supposed to be. Wait, it's a perfect job. That's
for you.
I'm gonna go work at my OB-GYN.
You will be there. She'll be there soon.
Yes, we really want to go to Disney. Oh my God.
Yeah, so Heather takes all her employees on like these amazing trips, and so like, and you haven't decided the trip for next year, so maybe then
I'm like reading for Puerto Rico.
yeah.
That'd be great.
All right, well, yeah, I'm here for it. So
Maybe we'll be hired by then.
I feel like we have to make this work.
I mean, we need an urgent care and we need beats.
Okay.
I mean, when people are having babies, who want to see them?
Yeah. So
One-stop shop.
The moment they pop out, I'll be right there.
So we're gonna do all the things, and then we'll figure it out, and then we'll have the system in place, and we'll still be able to take our weekend trip and
Yeah, Carnival. Yeah.
and Carnival.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yes,
I'm excited.
I thought it'd be the next in my OB-GYN trip, actually.
Finagles. Stick with us.
we'll leave them there. Okay, yeah, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Once Heather says that, I think it's out there. So
Yeah.
let's just make it happen.
It's in the vacation calendar.
Yes. Well, are there any last words that you guys have about Mexico or anything that you want to leave? Any tips or tricks that you want to leave the audience with before we say goodbye?
I would say just go for it. Like
Yeah.
I said, shockingly, I didn't do a lot of research for this trip. Don't eat Mexican food. I mean, thought Mexico City was Tijuana. But I was still game for it. Like I was like, I'll be with good people, it'll be fun, like whatever. And I'm so glad I went. Like now I've convinced like I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back with my family. Like it's just such an amazing trip. Like
Mhm.
I want to go back for like a longer period of time, like bring my kids. Like there's so much for them to see. So I think whenever, like my advice is like when you're ever on the fence, like life is a little bit busy. Like, do you have life to catch up? Like, yes, but life will always be there. Like, just say yes to the trip. I have never regretted a trip. Have you ever like come back from a trip and been like, man, I wish I would just stayed home and like done the laundry and caught up on all of life?
Mm-mm.
No, life will be there always.
Nah, time's gonna pass whether you go or not. So
Yeah.
go do it. Great time.
Nice. Yeah, just to have like these like moments because I
Yeah.
feel like we all see each other, but it's like in such short periods of time, and it's like
Yeah.
we all just like word vomit to each other, and then we don't get to see each other again for a while. And so like to have 3 days just us was like so fun.
Yeah.
We were a good group to travel with.
Yeah.
Good time.
It was like very
It was perfect,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, no, in Mexico City, I think it's just so underrated. I really think everyone needs to just give it a chance.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, I feel like there's flights from everywhere
Yeah.
in the US at least to get there. So go there, and it's not expensive either.
No.
It's a good bang for your buck, honestly. It's a great place.
It's some $5 Uber rides. That was pricey.
I know.
Those were like
Uber's so cheap there. I love it.
everything was crazy cheap.
Yeah, it's incredible.
We didn't even
Boat
do
tour.
shopping. You know, go back and
I
shop.
know.
We just
Yeah.
ate and drank. That was like the highlight of our tour.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much. But that's like the highlight of most of my trips. Like, I mean, you find things to do here and there, but I go there for the food and for the culture and
Yeah, the culture
Yeah.
and experiencing just everything. The sights, sounds, smells.
And I felt
Cool.
like we really got to like really feel that, like especially with our tour guides. Like I really
Yeah.
feel like having good tour guides that are from the city who love their city, like you just feel the city through them.
yeah.
Because it's not just like yes, you get the created tour that's on Viator that like, you know, they do the stops. But then like you said, like the second night we went out and then we saw all of his favorite spots. Like it wasn't a tour. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
hey, like I have this invite to this one place. Like I'm gonna show you my favorite spots. I'm gonna show you my favorite taco place.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I love is like that local perspective. And I feel like the locals in Mexico City were like all about it, like sharing their city.
Yeah.
It was great.
They were open to like let us into their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our second night, we were let into his life. That wasn't a part of the tour.
No.
Like, you want to come? And then like all of us that had met the night before,
Yeah.
we came. It was great.
Yeah, we got to hang out with Chi, and then
Yeah.
we met the night before, and then
Yeah.
one of his friends was there, and
Yep.
you know, like I said, this wasn't a tour; it was just us like hanging out.
It's just to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing what they would do in Mexico City.
Yep.
Yeah. And it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I'm excited for the next trip. So at least I feel like this next trip will be coming. I think one of the things that I would recommend is that you choose your group wisely. I think again they were both excellent to travel with, and we had a really good time. And I think that's something that you always worry about with a girls trip. I know I have a friend who like was planning this trip to Singapore, and she's like, oh, you know. And I was like, oh, maybe I would love to go. She's like, well, I have to check with the group because last time we brought someone along and it was like a disaster. And I was like, maybe I'll just like sit this one. So you do have to be careful about who you travel with. But I think if you get a group of people, no matter what situation you get into, or like if we got there and we were like, okay, we really don't want to be here, we still would have made it a good time. So
I know.
Even if it was Tijuana, I was prepared to have so much fun.
That's like so
Yeah.
important. And
We would have a
we just like make the best of it.
yeah.
No matter where you are.
I feel like that's how you guys are. Like I feel like there's a rat in the river and we're like margarita.
I know. I don't and I have a hard time because I feel like I wear my expressions on my face and a little bougie and I'm just and I'm like, oh yeah, look where we at. But I'm like, you know what? Like it's here. Like just have the experience, and it'll be okay. Like
It is nice. I do feel like we're all really easygoing because I have like
Yeah.
gone on trips with other people and it's you have to be cautious who you choose to trip with.
yeah. So let's do this again sometime.
Mhm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. And thanks for listening. If you have any thoughts, we'd love to hear them. Leave a comment. We'll link some of the things that we use, the excursions that we went to in the show comments, so that way you'll know how to find them. But if you're sitting on the fence and you don't know if you really want to go to Mexico City, or I know I had a couple people who were like, oh, maybe you shouldn't go. It's not safe. I felt completely safe while I was there. We had an amazing time. I would 100% do it again. And so if you're sitting on the fence about it, just go. Just say yes, book the trip, take the time off, and just do it. So, all right. Until next time, guys, take care. Cheers.